Sifu Paul. Hi, sir.
How you doing? It's great to have you down here today.
It's been an honour. Thank you very much.
And it's like I was saying. I was saying this before, that it's one of them things of for us in the martial arts. We're always trying to get more exposure, and it's great what this guy's doing. Trying to expose and promote all the good things that are going on in the martial arts, and showing them for what they are, is martial arts, not thugs, not kind of people that, you know, trying to show the people that are trying to do, like you said, people that are trying to do positive
clean up the image
things.
a bit. With people like yourself are out there and that deserve so much credit, Sifu. I mean, this is the reason I'm out here. I mean, those guys are absolutely got nothing on you. I mean, you're decorated. How did you get into martial arts, sir?
Martial arts I got into, which we go over in the podcast. I started when I was 9, went from judo to karate, got a black belt in karate. From there, went to freestyle karate, saw the UFC, started training jiu-jitsu, got more into jiu-jitsu, and here I am.
Amazing. A dream come true.
Yeah, it's nearly, I don't know, 20 plus years. I mean, I think it'll become like I need 25 years soon. I think how long I've been training in jiu-jitsu, which is crazy, and it just makes me think of how old I must be getting. And that's the only sad thing. Well, it's great because I started before it was cool, as they say. It's like I was there at the, you know, when the first UFCs were around. That's when I got into it. When Hoist was still in the UFC is when I actually got into it.
Eye-opener, wasn't it? It was a historical moment. I remember it clearly now. I was 16 years old at that time when I watched it. I was gobsmacked.
Yeah, and that's our thing with our philosophy, is obviously, as you can see, like Gracie, BARRA, jiu-jitsu, but it's from the Gracies. And I've always said to everyone, I've always got that Gracie jiu-jitsu, self-defense and sport in the same.
They brought a lot of discipline and a lot of clarity to this martial arts world, and I've got to give them a lot of respect and a lot of honour, and the level of jiu-jitsu they perform and they introduce to the world is immense. I mean, there's nothing above that in my eyes. World championship level is Gracie level jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and I saw it at, like I was saying, at its inception, of where Hoist come over, because I was with Hoist for a while, training a lot with Mark Waldy. He's another great guy you could have on this. Hopefully he accepts, and he's a great guy. We went round and done seminars with Hoist, and kind of me and Mark went round with him in the seminars.
1996, or was it after?
No, it was after. It was near the 2000s.
Right, because he has toured quite a while, quite a few times to London, promoting his academy, and I got the privilege of meeting him in the late 90s after UFC 1.
When he first started coming over, it was just when he first started getting into Pride, and you know, it was very interesting seeing them open seminars that Hoist did, because you would have a lot of guys from the Japanese style of jiu-jitsu kind of try to almost test Hoist of what he was doing, and everyone from outside would think they were the same thing, and they couldn't be further from the truth of the way the techniques were done. It's not an armbar's an armbar, choke's a choke, but it was the setups, the way the strategy was.
The whole demonstration, the level of...
And the guard, as we say, that was the thing, that was the secret weapon of jiu-jitsu, which everyone else would look at it and deem that you're losing the match. And people like Carlos and Elio Gracie developed it to such a point that you could fight off your back and use the strongest limbs you got, which are your two legs, and have a chance against
a lot of science behind
it,
and
a lot stronger assailant.
Yes.
Actually be able to, and like we say in jiu-jitsu, it's not no one's got the magic formula. We're not going to be, you know, he's never saying that we're going to defeat everyone. We just try not to get beaten up, and try not to get defeated, and that's the secret weapon. You know?
How long have you been competing for? You've got a lot of decorated certificates, medals. I met you at a tournament. You was absolutely amazing. Your whole squad was amazing. You came back decorated. You kind of cleared out the whole team. Was really. I mean, how long have you been practicing and actively been doing jiu-jitsu yourself, Sifu?
My first competition was in California with the Hicks and Gracie team in 1998. That was the first competition that I did. I went up against, it was like a AA, whatever, NCA wrestling champion. Didn't realise it at the time, and his dad come after and said, you know, he picked me up, pinned me, got the points and pinned me down. I was really frustrated because I thought I was a white belt, and I thought at the white belt level my jiu-jitsu was efficient enough, and I thought I could maybe at least get in the finals or whichever, but I didn't, you know, with very limited time and knowledge that I had, could cope with a wrestler at that point. I mean, it's different once you start getting through the belts. You start to learn what to do and how to deal with them big, strong wrestler types. And especially in jiu-jitsu now, because our wrestling in jiu-jitsu is just as good as jiu-jitsu, because it's like a blended style and it continues to be so. And we take from everything to make it as strong as possible. But medals and stuff like that, most of my medals are in my sock drawer at home. I don't really put, if you go, there's certificates from like Gracie, BARRA, like black belt and instructor certificates.
Everywhere we'll take it. I've shown them around there.
Yeah, but I don't really have any of my medals up. I mean, I try not to make it about me. I never do. I don't like. There's no pictures on the wall of me in here because I just. For me, it's about the teaching. For me, it's about the environment. For me, it's about people coming in and enjoying the experience, and it's about the people here. It's not about me. I only serve as an instructor. I serve as technical knowledge that people may need. So that's my purpose, being on the mat, trying to help people. It's not about me. It's like I said before, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the help of other people, not just like my wife and all the coaches, but the people that have taught me as well, from Hickson, Hoyce, Mauricio, Mark Walder.
Amazing.
People like these.
Wow.
You know, so the thing is, it's I always throw it back to them, because I think that this is a lost thing sometimes in martial arts now, where it becomes so much of a sport. It's very me. It's very kind of, as long as I've got a belt and I'm winning, that's the most important thing. But after years and years of doing martial arts, most people realise it's not about that. It's not about you. It's about everyone else. And I think sometimes to be really happy and have a truly positive environment that we try to have here at Gracie Bar Hastings, I try to kind of we try to kind of instill that positive nature of, it's not about me or the other coaches, it's about everyone all together as a team.
I've got to say, Paul, you're very humble and highly respectful. I've seen how you speak to your students, and in fact, generally, you're a very, very, very polite guy. People like you are hard to come across. There's not many people out there like yourself, and Fracturefilez is in a journey to go out and find Sifus, trainers, even students, athletes who are a role model to others. I've got to give you a lot of respect and a lot of honour, sir. You have made real eyes opener for my audience, myself. I saw the level of training the elite team did with you. I thank you once again for inviting me on the elite training session. Seeing that, I've got to once again say to you guys, he's a badass. I've seen how he caterpillars, crab styles, all of these secret techniques that you show them like they're so easy. It's like a walk in the park for you. Honestly, you deserve a lot of credit for what you do, sir.
Well, I was saying to someone the other day, when they said, man, like when you show the technique, it looks so easy. I said, man, you do jiu-jitsu
really
for like 20 plus years. You should, at that point, hopefully make it look easy if you do it every day.
There's my point.
And I do it a lot.
My point should actually go into the fact that teachers like you don't just have the skill, but you also have the technical side, the techniques of forwarding it on, and it's a very big honour, Sifu Paul, to see you do a workout today. And I wanted to give a massive recognition to Gracie Barra Hastings Jiu-Jitsu Academy. It's welcoming for everyone from all backgrounds, and all different people can come and get involved in Jiu-Jitsu. Once again, Jiu-Jitsu is a very highly rated self-defense, but there's a lot of offense in there as well, and protecting yourself on the ground. These things matter a lot when you're in a dangerous situation, sir. So what you do is you actually help people save lives.
Well, I mean, our main thing is, like I was saying before, is to help people. Anyone that comes through the door, I know we've got it up there, jiu-jitsu for everyone. and it's a slogan that we use.
And I love the gym. You've done a great job. It's an amazing gym. It's very open. It's very welcoming, and you can get absolutely everything done in there. You can get on the mat. You can go on the sprints. And yeah, it's a really good job you've done here.
Thank you very much. Well, the main thing is, like you were saying, about there should be more people similar to the way we do it here and stuff like that. And I know you said there can be sometimes in the martial arts people that kind of use it and abuse it, as you were saying to me earlier. But the thing is, all we do and all I try to do is do the right thing. That's it.
You're doing an amazing job as well.
We all know what the right thing is. There's no mystery. There's no. I'm not doing anything which is alien to anything else. We all know what the right thing is, and all I ever try to do is the right thing. I try to be moralistic. I try to do the right thing, even if sometimes it's hard, even if sometimes it annoys other people, even if sometimes people get annoyed with myself for doing it because I don't give them the answer that they may want. I give them what I consider to be the right answer and the right response. And whether they like me for it or they don't, it's that. I think as long as you stick to who you are and do the right things, because for me, with an academy like this, I've got to, because we've got a massive kids program, we've got a massive adults program, and the thing is, if I do something that's wrong or something like that, sometimes people look at that and think, oh, okay, that's okay. He does it this way. You know, it's like they say, I always refer back to The Karate Kid, my favourite martial arts film of all time. Not action film, but martial arts film, as I always say, and I state there's a difference. The thing is, I always quote stuff from now. Is beautiful, the lines in that, as it's no such thing as a bad student, it's a bad teacher. If you mislead young students or mislead any people,
amazing,
they will look at you as a leader, or as you know, even in some ways as kind of an idol of some type. Like you may say people in MMA will be idols, and nowadays they do bad things or whichever, and I know there's young guys looking up to that, and girls that may go, for me to be that successful, I've got to act like this guy, I've got to act like a Conor McGregor, I've got to act, and you haven't, you know what I mean? And you
just be yourself, organic way of doing it.
Be humble. One of two of the best examples of that, I would say, is like a Gracie and Marcelo Garcia. If you look at them guys in jiu-jitsu, man, they never talk trash about anyone, but they don't need to.
Never did.
The two don't interline. You can be a super nice guy and be an absolute killer at the martial art that you practice. The two don't. Just if you talk bad, it doesn't make you good at fighting.
Very, very well said, Sifu. Very well said. Now, I would like to invite you onto the podcast.
Okay.
And we will have a full-on chit-chat about, more in-depth about what we just said. About your teaching thing. So, guys, look forward to that. That will be coming soon from the Five Rivers Radio Studio live. And once again, sir, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
And catch you very soon.
And we see you there.
See you guys in Kung Fu Fight.